I tell you, there's some. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm a lucky guy. We're standing here. We're just saying about our timing and how we're moving through this. The sun is shining, and it's a gorgeous day. We're on the riverbank here in Porto. I've got Frederic Gossot with TAP Airlines with us. We're just going to have a quick chat and talk about this great country and the service that you've got coming in. So from now, out of Canada, what markets are you servicing out of Canada into Portugal? Good morning, by the way.
Good morning, bon dia.
Yeah.
So from Canada, we're serving Montreal and Toronto to Lisbon. So this summer we'll have 5 times a week from Montreal to Lisbon and 10 times a week from Toronto to Lisbon. And of course, from Lisbon, the whole world nearly is there with many destinations in Europe, many destinations in Africa. And of course, for us, the main destination is Portugal, because, as you said, look at today is we're the 14th of February. Happy Valentine, and we are in the sunshine with 18 degrees by the river. It's just an amazing country.
Yeah, it's spectacular. We had a chance this morning to meet with the Secretary of State for tourism, and we were talking about. There's a new strategic initiative to start growing interior tourism into Portugal. How does that play in? Because I know that there's VFR and visiting friends and relatives has always been a huge source of traffic from Canada because Montreal and Toronto is such a big population base there. But do you see that breaking away into new or second generation expats coming over? And I think tell us a bit about your stopover program because I think it's very important and it'll help that interior growth strategy as well.
Yeah, sure. Actually, we are seeing a growing number of visitors from all over the world. But of course, the 2 main regions to visit Portugal is Brazil and North America. As you're saying, I mean, we have the VFR clientele, we have the second generation of VFR, but we have a lot of visitors who have nothing to do with ancient roots with Portugal, just because they want to discover the country. The country is one of the European countries developing the most in terms of tourism, with a huge potential as a destination, and as you mentioned, potential as a stopover, because we believe that there are a lot of opportunities to discover Portugal also through a trip, let's say from Montreal, Toronto to Paris, and you stop over in Lisbon. We have enhanced our program recently, allowing the possibility to stay up to 10 days in Portugal, and the possibility to benefit from special offers in the hotels, in the restaurants, and a discount of 25% on domestic sector, including the islands, including Madeira and the Azores. So it's a great opportunity within 10 days to discover Portugal while you are on your way to Europe, for example.
So if you have then, with your alliance partnership, and you're doing a Toronto to Frankfurt, let's say. Yeah. So you can come in and stay up to 10 nights here.
Exactly.
And if you did any domestic flying, Lisbon to Azores, you have a 25% discount.
Exactly, that's it.
So how would the consumer or travel agent bundle and piece together the product for the stopover? How does that work?
So it's possible via the GDS. So we have on our website TAP Agent, we have all the detailed entries to do in the 3 major GDS, how to book this domestic sectors with a 25% discount. For the hotels, the traveler needs to contact directly the hotels or the restaurants, mentioning they are stopping over in Portugal and they can benefit from special rates. But the travelers have to do that themselves. But for the flight tickets, travel agents can do it through the GDSs.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's a great program. It's a great way to discover Portugal for sure.
Absolutely.
Travel advisors, travel consultants in Canada have always been a huge supporter of TAP in the Canadian marketplace. How important do you feel they are moving forward as we come out of the pandemic? Because we were hearing the numbers, and things are going incredibly well here in terms of your numbers domestically and internationally. But how important are travel advisors moving forward to the growth strategy?
Well, first of all, we've seen in 2022 a huge rebound in the demand. everywhere, but particularly from North America, US and Canadian markets. We definitely hope to continue this growth in 2023. Overall, the company, we will offer the same number of seats that we were offering in 2019. So that's great opportunity for the travel advisors in Canada to sell Portugal and also the rest of our network, particularly Europe.
Any plans on any? I always have to ask airline. I usually get the. I'm not telling you anything, John, but I ask anyway. Any future plans to open up new routes out of North America coming into Portugal over the next 18 to 24 months?
So for the moment, we have no plans to open new routes, but we are going to increase frequencies to USA mostly with 10 extra frequencies per week this summer, particularly to Boston, Chicago, Washington, and Miami. This is a huge improvement in the number of frequencies we have to USA. Not yet Canada, but a huge increase in frequencies, focusing mostly on the US market this year.
But obviously, if market demand requires it, that's the beauty of having the fleet that you have. You can adapt and move accordingly. Okay, as I say, we're at a conference. There's a meeting room there with 120 travel advisors meeting all day, and I know you've got a busy day ahead of you, so we really do appreciate you taking the time to speak with us this morning. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
And
pleasure.
Everybody, thanks very much for watching. We look forward to your continued support, and we've really enjoyed our time here covering this event here in Porto, Portugal. Thanks very much, everybody.
Thank you.